हरे कृष्ण। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from Texas College Station, welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sangha conference call. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. One, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Second, to consider the name of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or to be independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. Third, to disobey the order of the spiritual master. Fourth, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in fruitive activities, karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have a complete faith in chanting the holy name of the Lord and to maintain material attachment even after understanding on so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move on to the next part of the session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. Before that, may I know who all joined this morning?
हरे कृष्ण माता जी नंद प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय दिस इज फ्रॉम शिकागो हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Arvindaksha Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisance. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nice to hear your voice again, Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Welcome, welcome.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vadna from Atlanta Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vardhana Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining. And all glories to your wonderful services, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mataji, Vardhana Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, yesterday the verse number I think was canto number was wrong, no, on the poster.
23 Mataji.
No. Canto number it's printed as 7, but it should be 8 only, no? Just confirming.
Yeah. Well, maybe, yeah. It's an old poster, Mataji.
Yeah.
Maybe
I know.
I'm
I
sorry.
know. I just want to confirm, Mataji.
Yeah, it can't only.
Yeah. Is there anybody who would like to
Hare
introduce themselves?
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
Please
Mataji.
accept, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Shama Gauri Devidasi, Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Sham Gauri Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nice to see you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji, for yesterday ending the call and taking care of it. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji, for all your services, Mataji.
Yesterday we celebrated Vyasa Puja in Houston, so I had to go to
Yes. Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji, take my Dandavat. This is Joy Gauranga Das from New York. All glories to Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Jai Gauranga Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining and giving your recitation every day. Welcome to the call, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I'll start the recording here. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Ananta Chaitanya Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam 8th Canto, 23rd chapter and 16th verse. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to read a brief introduction about Prabhu. Today's class will be given by His Grace Ananta Chaitanya Prabhu. He's from Pune and came in touch with devotees during his undergraduate studies. He has completed his master in computer science from Arizona State University and is working as a software engineering in Intel. He took initiation from His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj in 2019 and is serving the Phoenix Temple in Arizona. He gives Bhagavatam classes every week and is engaged in leading Kirtan in ISKCON of Phoenix. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for your wonderful services. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu, for joining and giving your valuable time and association this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. And it's 8th canto, 23rd chapter, 16th verse. Over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible? Is it okay?
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mataji. And thank you all for actually giving me the opportunity to speak. So, special thanks to Shamagori Mataji, who's been so kind and caring. Every time I visit Charlotte, she's always been there. So, thank you so much. So, we'll start today. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Let me share. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 23, verse number 16. Mantratas-tantratas-chidram desha-kalarha-vastutha sarvam karoti nischidram anusankītanam tava. Mantratas-tantratas-chidram desha-kalarha-vastutha sarvam karoti nischidram anusankītanam tava. Mantratas-tantratas-chidram desha-kalarha-vastutha sarvam karoti nischidram anusankirtanam tava. Translation. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. There may be discrepancies in pronouncing the mantras and observing the regulative principles. And moreover, there may be discrepancies in regard to time, place, person, and paraphernalia. But when your Lordship's holy name is chanted, everything becomes faultless. Purport. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recommended Hare Ranama, Hare Ranama, Hare Ranameva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva 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 Gatiranyatha. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. Brihad Naradiya Purana 38:126. In this age of Kali, it is extremely difficult to perform Vedic ritualistic ceremonies or sacrifices perfectly. Hardly anyone can chant the Vedic mantras with perfect pronunciation or accumulate the paraphernalia for Vedic performances. Therefore, the sacrifice recommended in this age is Sankirtanam, constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Yadne Sankirtana Prayar Yajanti hi Sumedasa. Bhagavatam 11:5-29. Instead of wasting time performing Vedic sacrifices, those who are intelligent, those who possess good brain substance, should take to the chanting of the Lord's holy name and thus perform sacrifice perfectly. I have seen that many religious leaders are addicted to performing yajnas and spending thousands and thousands of rupees for imperfect sacrificial performances. This is a lesson for those who unnecessarily execute such imperfect sacrifices. We should take the advice of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yajna Sankirtana Prayar Yajanti Yusu Medasa. Although Shukracharya was a strict Brahmana, addicted to ritualistic activities, he also admitted Nishchidram Anu Sankirtanam Tava. My Lord, constant chanting of the holy name of your Lordship makes everything perfect. In Kali Yuga, the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies cannot be performed as perfectly as before. Therefore, Jiva Goswami has recommended that although one should take care to follow all the principles in every kind of spiritual activity, especially in the worship of the deity, there is still a chance of discrepancies. And one should compensate for this by chanting the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In our Krishna consciousness movement, we therefore give special stress to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra in all activities. Om Jnanatimirantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadhamayam Dadati Swapadantikam नमा ओम विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukham karoti vachalam pangun langayati girim yat kripatam mande Shri Guru Dina Taranam Vancha kalpatarvesha kripa sindhu bhaya patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. So, in our Krishna consciousness movement, we therefore give special stress to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra in all activities. So, we are coming to the point where now the Lord has asked Shukracharya to actually perform the yajna on and complete the yajna which Bali Maharaj started. And the wonderful thing of the Lord, if you see the Bhagavatam again and again, like in Dhruva Maharaj's case, he is approaching the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is not approaching the Supreme Personality of Godhead for his own liberation, for his own, self, selfless need of love of Godhead. Yes. Why selfless? Because unalloyed pure devotional service to the Lord. Yes. Jnana karmani anavritam anukulyena krishnano. Yes. The highest form of bhakti is without jnana and karma, the tinge of jnana and karma. Bhakti is independent. And hence, the Lord, in the case of Dhruva Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj approached the Lord to get a kingdom greater than his great grandfather, or grandfather rather. Yes, Lord Brahma. And when the Lord actually appeared, Dhruva Maharaj is so overwhelmed just seeing the beauty of the Lord. And he cannot speak any words. A 5-year-old child, yes, doing strict sadhana for 6 months, just breathing air, or eating air rather. Yes, that was his food for many months. And even that was restricted. Yes. Who can do that kind of meditation? The Lord being pleased with his meditation, he appears. We know that the Lord is supremely independent. It's not that by our own physical activity, by our own endeavor of anything. Yes, he is supposed to be pleased. Supposed to be. Yes, he's independent totally. He's Swarat. There is no need for him to actually reciprocate. But out of his causeless mercy, he is bound to reciprocate. He shows that how bound he is to the devotee. Yes, actually is not bound by anyone. Yes. So then, in the case of Dhruva Maharaj, we can see that even though the Lord is here and he's saying that I do not want this, I do not want anything anymore. I do not want, I was looking for broken glass. Maharaj was explaining this point. It is not just glass. It is not an elephant out of glass. It is not a vase out of a glass. Because that has value. What is he saying? It is broken pieces of glass. Why? Because broken pieces of glass is useless. You do not get anything in return for that. And Maharaj was saying that it is so useless. And what is Dhruva Maharaj comparing the broken pieces of glass with? He's comparing broken pieces of glass with a kingdom greater than Brahma. It's really a great observation. And then the Lord smiles and he still gives Dhruva Maharaj the Dhruva Loka, right? And he says that it is eternal, like the Vaikunthas. Brahma's planet is also not eternal. But Krishna is so kind. The Lord is so sweet. Yes. Even though the devotee might desire, not desire, or had unfulfilled desire, and is even detached now, but still, you know, he's like, okay, he had desired it once. Why not? He will be protected. Yes. And Dhruva Maharaj later on, we see that he starts killing the yakshas. Yes. Now, a pure devotee of the Lord, Maharaj was explaining this point, a pure devotee of the Lord killing yakshas left and right without the sign of any compassion, beyond what they deserved. Yes, as a Kshatriya, it was his duty. Then Lord Brahma, when he comes and he points out that, hey, what are you doing? You shouldn't be doing this. Like, shouldn't, let's focus on chanting or something like that. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't realize that. And that's like the most important thing. In Arjuna's case also, when he was killing, Karna, the Lord said, kill him now. And without a point, yes, he killed him. Why? Because it's the time it takes to change your desires according to the desires of the Lord. Yes, that is how surrendered we are. Gauranga Prabhu was saying this long time back, that the Brajavasis change their desires, like work with the desires of the Lord, according to the desires of the Lord. In a second, there's not even a fraction of a second of a change, you know. As the Lord desires, their desires change. It's for His pleasure. His pleasure. And so, the Lord over here is telling Shukracharya, hey, please complete, My dear devotee is started this yajna and everything, whatever he does is perfect. So you please complete it. And that's why Shukracharya is saying that, there might be so many problems. There might be incomplete yajnas. Yes. Now, what does that mean? To perform yajnas. and to perform all this karma kand and everything. Over here, Prabhupada is mentioning, I have seen that many religious leaders are addicted to performing yajnas and spending thousands and thousands of rupees. For what? For imperfect sacrificial performance. Why imperfect? If you go to a yajna with a very famous yajnas and all, like they do every time. What is our authority? Yes, we might not understand what they're doing, but we don't have any authority to point out that what is wrong. Maharaj was explaining this point that in a Shraddh ceremony, right? Every year you have to do the Shraddh ceremonies and all. And the Pakka Brahmanas, if you hold the Shraddha pot, Maharaj was explaining, maybe I'm paraphrasing this, but if you hold the pot of the Shraddha pot, and you're giving offering, to the Brahmanas, and then you're giving it out, even if it slightly touches the left hand, you know so let's say if you are offering something to someone, right, by hook or by crook, whatever you can do, you go and try to serve whatever you think is correct or whatever I think it is correct. But over here it is like, if you touch the Shraddha pot with the left hand ever, whatever was to be gained from doing it, like the predecessors get, if you do all that stuff and everything, now it's zero, like a big zero. It is a very big zero. And that's why and that's why in karma kand, if you go to a shop, and if you say that I want something worth 10 rupees, he's going to give only for 10 rupees, not more than that, not less than that. Yes, because that's what the business transaction is. Yeah, and that's why, you know what was I saying before this? That to perform karma is very difficult. One thing here and there, like in Vitrasura's pastime, we've seen that A becomes an A, and the killer of Indra becomes, killed by Indra. The whole yajna was a zero, in a way that the rishis wanted somebody to kill Indra. At least the demons wanted that. Yes. But it did not happen that way. They, with one change of the syllable, everything, whatever they wanted, was ended up in a big zero. And that's why Prabhupada says, whatever we do in this world, whether we are trying to be good, bad, whatever it is, being the greatest charity in the whole world, you know, for, this child cancer care, for this specific thing, it is still a big zero. Why? Because we are playing in the field of karma. We might get the benefit, by doing the charity, because we are trying to follow the laws of the Lord. And we have faith by following this, I will get something good in return. For that faith in those following the rules, the Lord reciprocates. Yes, even in the case of karma. And that's why we say everywhere, even karma and gyan are dependent on bhakti. Why? Because you have to have faith. Why do you have to have faith? That I have to have faith that when I get up, this computer will continue working. Yes. Do I get up in the morning and then go to a shop again and buy a new computer because you never know, this might not work? No, I have faith. I'm going on that faith. I do not know who's going to catch me on the road. Is the policeman going to catch me today or tomorrow? What is going to happen? Is he going to give me a ticket? If I do not have faith in my own driving, I do not have faith in the car, I cannot do anything. And people will say that what faith do you talk about? We believe in facts. We believe in science. No, but all of it is based on today it's working, tomorrow it will too. And that's why you're working on it. Yes. And that's why performing karma and gyan, it requires bhakti. Yes. Today, somebody is a big Gyani, and tomorrow he forgets everything. He has faith that he won't forget anything, you know. Yes. So, by performing all these sacrifices and all over here, Shukracharya is pointing out that there will be discrepancies. Whatever we will be also doing, there will be discrepancies. Let's say you go to a shop. Maharaj was explaining this point. You go to a shop and then you know the shopkeeper now. Yes, he has the whole thing with him. He has nice snacks, he has, vegetables, he has nice paneer, and all of it is over there. And you know the shopkeeper very well. He is a Prabhuji who, comes for deity worship, and you are his assistant, let's say, you know, in giving, the thali and everything to do the deity dressing. And then he's in the shop. And then you go to the shop. And the Prabhuji and you have a very deep relation. The deepest, let's say. And then you say that, I want something, today I'm feeling that I should have paneer, I want to make it for the Lord and everything, blah, blah, blah. My kids want to have it and all. Now, because you have a relation, yes, you have a closest relation or the deepest bond with this person, he is going to actually look at the best paneer because he wants to even make you happy. Yes. He's going to check, oh, what is the best one I can give? And then he gives you that. And then, oh, let's say you forgot the money. Or let's say you have less money. Yes, it was 500 rupees and you had only 200. And what is he going to say? If you have a deep relation, he'll like, no worries. You can give it later or it's fine. I'll figure it out. I don't have to. You can have it for free. Yes. Yes. And why is that? Because you have a relation. But if you don't have a relation, and if the next person comes up over there and asks for paneer, he has to give 500. Maybe now, maybe tomorrow, but he has to give it. Now the person might complain, why is he getting it, everything? Why is he getting it? And why am I not getting it? This is unfair. This is unruly. You cannot do this. But it is how it works. He has a relation, you don't. And that is how the Lord is. Yes. And that's why over here is saying, in every kind of spirituality, especially in worship of the deity, there is still a chance of discrepancies. Yes. So we understood how karma is, right? It is very, 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 very hard to actually just do karma and get everything 100% in return. Rather, most of the time you get zero. You get some benefit here and there, you know. And that's why the glories of the holy name is performed over here. In every age, Maharaj was explaining, in the Satyuga, it's the holy name and meditation. In Treta Yuga, it's the holy name and yajna. In the Dwapar Yuga, it's holy name and deity worship. And in Kali Yuga, it's just the holy name. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nameva Kevalam. Kalo, yes, in Kali Yuga, in the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. Kalo, Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva. There is no other way to get delivered. It's only by chanting of the holy name. Yes. And even though we might not have faith, yes, it's like, when we are first coming in association of devotees, not necessarily that person who we dealt with is a pure devotee of the Lord, who is at the platform of prema. Yes, or he's Srila Prabhupada himself who's come and told us, now you chant Hare Krishna. No. At least majority of our lives, it's just one person who joined like 5 years back, 2 years back, 1 year back, maybe 10 years back. Yes. But most of them very new. The holy name is so powerful. The chit potency is so powerful. Yes, by coming in association of such devotees who are practicing, who are having some faith, we pick up that. Why? Yes, we are increasing our Agyata Sukruti. At the same time, if you are inclined, that means your Agyata Sukruti is so much that you are not taking up to the process seriously. Bhajana Kriya, sadhu, athao, Shraddha Tatha Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti. Yes. Now we are committed to the process. Why? Because of faith. Yes. And we got that faith by association of devotees. Not only pure great devotees, but any devotee who has some faith on the holy name. Yes. Yes. One class, that person might not even last in the movement for long. He might even leave after you have joined. But he had faith for that time. That faith is not lost. Right? We all agree to that. So that's why the holy name, whether we wanted to, like we had the 10 offenses Mataji recited. Yes. The holy name is independent. We've seen in Ajamil's case. Yes. He is independent. He works according to his own will. We might give so many reasons that no, this is how it works because he did this, and that's why. That's why now he's doing. So if I do the same thing, no. It is because of the faith, is because of the independence of the holy name. We can see, we can see that in the pastime of Jagai and Madhai, they are the most evil brothers. Yes. There was no um, there was no rule in the Shastras which they had not broken. And it is a fact. In Kali Yuga, we see so many people are there. Right? Now, this is the glories of the holy name. There's so many people out there that they're so evil. Right? Usually, they might be breaking the four regulatory principles, and they might be murdering people, and there's so many, they're molesting, they're harassing, they're doing so many evil stuff. But is there anyone who's greater than Jagai and Madhai? Can anyone get up and say, no, no? But they were raping, they're killing people, you know, they're murdering, kidnapping, doing. And what was Ajamil doing? Yes, he was doing the same thing. Yes. And Jagai and Madhai, Nityananda Prabhu, Haridas Thakur. Nityananda Prabhu is Balram himself. Yes. What did he do in the previous age when he came as Balram? When Nityananda Prabhu came as Balram, he took his plow and the Kauravas were not giving back, somebody, right? I don't remember the name. He took the plow and he was going to put Hastinapur into the Ganga. And they were getting earthquakes because he put the plow in the earth and was dragging Hastinapur. Yes, that is Balramji. He sees, Romaharsh and Suta. He's just sitting, you know, and he did not pay his respects because there was that tinge of pride. Tinge of pride. I am giving a class over here. I think I'm so great. Who is great than Romaharsh and Suta? He learned from Vyasadeva. We might think, oh, he has a problem. No, we have our problems. But the holy name is independent. Prabhupada is kind. Haldar Maharaj, I'm distracting, but like if in question and answer we can come back. But Haldar Maharaj was saying that the Guru fights for the devotee. It's like a court of law. The Lord is sitting over there as the judge. And he's saying that, this person, he's done this, so useless. So useless. He doesn't deserve anything. But the Guru gets up and says, no, he was there. He did this. I saw him. He's chanting, however it is, but he's chanting. However he is, but see, look at him, He gives a very strong case to the Lord. The Lord has to agree. The Lord will agree. There is no option for him because his pure devotee is putting up the case. And that's why faith in Guru, faith in Krishna is something which is way difficult to have. Because as soon as you become familiar, you think it is so cheap. Yet we start thinking that he's like me. उसमें क्या है बड़ी बात? He eats, I eat. I also eat prasad, he also eats prasad. He's chanting 16 rounds, I am chanting 16 rounds. He's giving a class, I am also giving a class. He's chanting Hare Krishna. Oh, if I chant over there Hare Krishna, the singing and all, oh my God, I can sing so better. I can manage better. I can do these things better than my guru. I know Sanskrit better than my guru. You know, I can be more humble than my guru. And that is very subtle, very subtle. You won't even recognize it. We think that we are not that, but no, it's so much deep rooted in our hearts. But coming back, so to Jagai and Maya, so Nityananda Prabhu is that Balram. And what is he doing? Yes, that he's going to Jagai and Madhai and pleading and begging them. In the Roma Harshan Suta's case, he just took a piece of khusa grass and Maharaj gives this very nice sound. And there was not even blood. His head was on the ground and there was no blood. In this case, Jagai and Madhai are so totally intoxicated. They're harassing the devotees. They're harassing everyone in Navadvip. Everyone is scared. There's no law and order for them. But Nityananda Prabhu, out of his causeless mercy, he's approaching them. Just chant Krishna's name. Bhaja Gaurango, Kaho Gaurang, Laho Gaurangero Namare. Yes. Please chant the name of Hari. Please chant the name of Krishna. Make Krishna your mother, your father, and everything. Make him your center of your life. And this chanting will help you. He's pleading and begging. Yes. And what does Jagai do? He takes up the pot and hits on his head. This is Vaishnava Aparadh beyond limits. Mataji was saying to disobey, what is it? To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives in propagation of the holy names of the Lord. And who is Nityananda Prabhu? He is the Adi Guru. Yes, to disobey the orders of the Guru, but they are hitting him on the head. Mahaprabhu is there with the chakra and he's going to chop off their heads. Nityananda Prabhu is begging, who is there in this whole universe? You will not chop off their heads. Everyone deserves to die. But he said, and then what was the repentance? Mahaprabhu, because he agreed to take their sins and everything, just by chanting the holy names of the Lord, they got love of Godhead. Mahaprabhu gave. And that's causeless mercy. That's independence of the holy name of the Lord. The holy name does not see. Yes, he's like the sun. Om pavitra pavitrova sarvavastam gatopiva. Yes, mareta pundarikaksham sabhaya abhyantara suchi. The sun shines everywhere, even in the most ugly places, and purifies it. Not only does it shine, but purifies. And that is the holy name of the Lord. Yes. And that's why after glorifying the holy name, some might say, now there was this Prabhuji who came to me and asked, and this is a question that I've always heard, Maharaj always gives this answer. And then this devotee asked me, Prabhuji, but um, some people say only holy name is enough. What is this? We don't do anything else, just chant Hare Krishna. And Maharaj was giving this point. He says that, okay, just chanting Hare Krishna. Then, if you're just chanting Hare Krishna, then there is no need to have anything else other than that. If you are like Haridas Thakur in a cave, not needing anything, no house, no shelter, anything, then you do not need anything else. Krishna will take care. Yes. But as soon as we give this verse, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kevalam, then the person itself should not be going anywhere else. What is the purpose of, your job and everything? There is no need. Krishna will take care because you have so much faith in the holy name that there is nothing else to be done. You know. One of my family members, he came like very very early on. I was very new to Krishna consciousness, and even today I'm very new. There's so many things which we get to know every single day. How Krishna is so beautiful. But anyway, so then he said that, and he's like, will you just chant, Only by chanting will you get food? Is anybody going to come and give you food? Just chant Hare Krishna and then don't do anything else. Yes. He pointed it out to me that, oh, just chant. And you're just chanting, will you get food and water and everything and all. And I was like, oh my God. Like relatives have concern and all. And so he was trying to use, what do you say, nyaya, logic. Now you just chant and see if you get everything. You won't get anything because he does not have faith. We also do not have faith. And that's why we are in this material world. If we had faith in the Harinam, yes, if we really had faith in Harinam, and if we really had taste in Harinam, there's no reason to do any politics. There's no reason to do any prajalpa. There's no reason to do anything. You're just chanting 24 hours, like Haridas Thakur. And then he mentioned this point, and I did not have an answer at that point. But then, last year I was thinking this one thing that let's say, because I've seen Maharaj chanting, and they can chant for so long, every single day. They would rather chant. Amog Leela Prabhu was saying that Gopal Krishna, when once he was talking to Gopal Krishna Maharaj after a program was saying that I'm really tired. I want to go and take rest. And so then Amog Leela Prabhu, yes, Maharaj, I will get your bed ready and everything. You can have a nice nap and everything. And then he looked at him and said, nap? No. I want for rest. I want to chant. You know. And then Amoglila Prabhu was saying that, wow, these great devotees, for them is chanting is the pleasure of their heart. For us, it is a tapasya. For me, at least, it is a very great tapasya. Yes. But whatever it is, there is no other option. Yes. That is our only hope. And that's why after this year, I was talking to that relative again, after 10 years, maybe, 10, 15 years. Not I talk to him every single time, but after 10 years, I was giving this answer in a class. I was saying in the same setting, I said, somebody asked me that, that by just chanting, you'll get everything. You know what I was telling them? I said that this was for my family members, okay? So I was telling them that, I will pay you 1 lakh rupees every month. Okay, I'll pay you 1 lakh rupees. Why? It's like, why do we have a job? Because we want to have maintenance, want to have the money so that you can take care of your family, your house, your mortgage, and everything. Right? That's the reason we give. Right? And no, because I have a family, I have to do this. Otherwise, I would have just done Hari now, No, you wouldn't, That's very difficult. And that's why I was telling this example. And then I was realizing myself when I was doing that thing that it's actually very difficult. So, sorry about this. So then I was giving this in a class and I said, I'll give 1 lakh rupees every single month. But every single day, you have to get up in the morning at 2:30 a.m. or 3 o'clock. You start chanting. You go to Mangalarti. You stay in the dham first of all. Okay. You go for Mangalarti, you do again chanting, then you do Darshanarti, and then the whole day do nothing else but chanting. Yes, in that 1 lakh rupees, you'll have, a maid and everything who'll make even, like servants will give you prasad and everything you need. What do you need? Roti, kapda, makan. Yes, and there's something else, I don't know, but you want food, shelter, and clothes, right? So then everything will be taken care. You just go and chant. You don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry about anything, because I am giving you, right? And after, and then it might, if you want to do it, you do it for life and give up your family life, because other than chanting, right, you don't have to do anything else. No interaction of this kind of a thing. Only Bhagavatam class, hearing and chanting with equals. Nothing else. But who can do it? Only great people can do it. And I gave them the opportunity. Is there anyone who wants to take this golden opportunity? You're earning 1 lakh per month just by chanting. Do it. Nobody said anything. The person who had asked me the same question, this was an answer for him, right? That you will get paid. You will not even get fed. You'll get paid to just chant. And no mobile phones, obviously. Yes? No YouTube, no Instagram, nothing. Who can do that? So difficult. So that's why Maharaj is saying, as soon as we give these verses, we have to remember it sometimes devotees use this verse to escape from everything else, to escape from varnashram and deity worship, and that's why it's given over here. Especially in deity worship, there is a chance of disconnect. So that's why in deity worship there are 5 things. There is the last thing, swadhyaya. There's ija and then swadhyaya. The swadhyaya is you have to hear Bhagavatam, you have to chant Hare Krishna. That is the swadhyaya. So all these other things are an expression of our love for Krishna, and at the same time our expression that we will be constantly in touch with the Lord. Yes? Because chanting Hare Krishna only, yes, that is the Bhagavad platform. Hearing and chanting only, nothing else. Yes, it's for Bhagavad. You've gone through the stages of so many other stages, but it's very difficult. No preaching, okay? There's no, even in this, people cannot say, no, but I'll preach, I'll study and all. No, no, no. Just do Hare Krishna chanting and then you study on your own. You will not give a class. You can't do it. No, but Haridas Thakur. No, but then he's not complaining about deity worship. He's not complaining about anything else. He's okay to do all these other things. This is the point we have to be very careful about. Yes, sometimes we do this. Prabhu chanting of the holy name is the only important thing. Every rules and regulations. Oh, deity worship means how many? It's fine. We don't have to do it. No. Prabhupada says for a neophyte, for anybody who's even in a advanced stage, they do deity worship in a very different way, but they still do it. Why? Because it is the Lord. They don't see it different. Yes. Usually we have this notion, oh, it's only the holy, and then sometimes, because, I do deity worship and all also. And then you feel that, people are thinking that, oh, he doesn't chant nicely. That's why he has to do all this. And this is that kida, what do you call that? That doubt, that misgiving. And that is an anartha. It is not like that. Oh, yajnas, no, we don't have to do yajnas at all. Because this verse is saying, no, what is this useless? No, we are doing it as a Pancharatra Vidhi. The Lord likes it. We are not doing it for, like Mahaprabhupada is saying, religious leaders. Yes, our intention to do yajnas and everything is to please the Lord, not to gain Indra. It is said by just taking prasad, 10,000 Ashwamedha yajnas in once, and that is an approximation. But are we taking prasad for 10,000 Ashwamedha yajnas? No, it pleases Krishna. Yes, taking his name, thinking about him is what a lover does for the beloved. A mother always is thinking about the child. You know, the first time when the child goes to the school, she's always thinking about the child. She's thinking, what is he doing? He, is he living? How is he living? Maybe he's crying because I am not there. You know, a good mother, right? Okay, we are focusing on that. At least my mother would have done it. You know, it's like in my childhood, I remember to teach me a lesson. Very rarely I got beaten up. Okay, I was more beaten up at the swimming pool, you know, by my coach, but not at home because, you know, trying to be sincere and getting away with things and all that stuff. Even today, we do that, right? You know, you're trying to be, oh, very nice and all. You get to get things done. Sometimes you do it. Yes. But my mother, you know, to teach me a lesson, once she hit me, you know, like a slap across my face. And then I started crying. And then, you know, because my mother is fair and all, she was like a red, what do you call that? Red as a cherry, you know. And she started crying. Why? And then she was like, why are you doing this? You know, you shouldn't be doing this. I don't want to hit you. You know, you shouldn't. It's like, why do you do this? And then she's crying and crying and crying. You know, my hand is hurting because I hit you. And it's my childhood, right? So everybody, if I'm crying, she's crying, everybody's crying. Even today, you know, if I cry, if anything is happening and if I cry, she will start crying because you're thinking, you know, because there's attachment, there's affection, there's love. And that's why when somebody is naturally affectionate, these rules, the deity worship, the yagas, it's not a rule anymore. It's not a reason to get out. Yes, the reason is to express your devotion. You need something to express. The gopis, the brahmanas, the gopis in, you know, Braj, you know, like Madhumangal and all. He's a brahmana. He's going and he tells that, oh, there's a Surya, what do you say, yagya going on, and the gopis are going to be there. There's going to be a lot of prasad. Yes, and so Krishna meets them, and then you have to follow the rules and everything. They do not have a problem. They are using dharma to express love. We have a problem with dharma, we have a problem with varnashram, but it is Krishna's way. Krishna likes it that way. If we really like Krishna, if we really love Krishna, if we love his pure devotees, then we like everything related to him. And then remembrance of the Lord, chanting his holy name is the most primary then. Yes, because that is our alone time with the Lord. I can't do it. It's very difficult, you know. Like Mataji was saying, thank you so much for chanting. It is really a thankless task. Yes, it's very difficult. The chanting of the holy name in Jaga and Madha's case, that, you know, even Jaga and Madha could be, you know, changed to the core. No, but it is the Lord's mercy. Yes, but chanting of the holy name is absolute. Nama Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. Yes, we chant that Shikshastakam every day. Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. All potencies of the Lord is present in just chanting of the holy name. But do we have faith? No, no, no. If that person does something wrong, the first thing is that how can we punish him and ruin his life? Because he ruined me. Yes? But no, but he's now chanting for 10 years now. Now he obviously got, you know, what do you say? He obviously has a change of heart. Now he doesn't, maybe we can bring him back. No, 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 but he did something last life. We have to hang him to death. Yes, that's not spiritual. That's not spiritual at all. We have to be very careful when we are actually in the name of, you know, protecting or doing anything, we actually harass other devotees for their mistakes. Yes, I do it, everybody does it. But it is a remembrance call that the holy name is the only way, that is the only prayashchitta. There is no other prayashchitta. There is no other thing. It's not putting them in jail, putting them in anywhere, that it is going to have a change of heart. Because You're just dealing in karma. Yes. And karma and bhakti are totally different. Bhakti is independent. The change of heart is only got by pure devotional service. Yes. And that's why Ajamil's case is given again and again. Is that by doing even such evil deeds, the holy name of the Lord protected him. Yes. But we come as the bearers of justice. Justice is a material concept. It is not actually a spiritual concept. What is real justice? The living entity is in the material world, is to reform himself or himself, herself, whatever, you know, to go back home, back to God and in an actual position of servant of the Lord. Yes. And anyone who is chanting, they are moving ahead towards being a servant of the Lord. And that is the real wealth. The real wealth isn't that, oh, they made a mistake, ban them forever. Okay, they are not allowed. That's hopeless. That's actually wrong thing of application of bhakti in a case, because we are not other groups, religious groups, where there is condemnation to hell forever. Yes, in other groups, like if we do something wrong, something has happened, it goes so bad for us that we end up in hell. Yes, narak, we are sent. But after some time, we will come back again to a position where we can again have that opportunity to do bhakti. Correct? Everybody agrees to this. Like every person, maybe in the Indian subcontinent, definitely agrees to this. Yeah, yeah, we all know this. Then you have karma, you go up and down, everything, everybody agrees. But in some religious groups, it is not like that. It's like once you do something wrong, you will be in hell for eternity. Yes, that is not our philosophy. That's why when we apply it on others, when we see their faults and then use it against them, and to show them, that you are a rat bag and you should be condemned forever. Yes, by justice. This is justice because we are pro. No, you're not. On the other hand, that person is in darkness. Why? Is because there is no light. Correct? And what is the light? It's bhakti. It's not putting that person in more darkness. It's going to reform him. No. Yes, that's why and that's why whenever I do something which, like over here, deity worship, you do so many things wrong. You do this thing, that thing. But we are apologetic that we're trying to be sincere. That yes, mistakes are happening. There's so many rules and regulations to be followed. But I'm very sure I'm not following none of them properly. But I'm still here. I'm continuing. Why? Because, I want to, go back home, I want to serve Krishna. There is that intent somewhere sincere. Yes. And that's why Maharaj says that we have to develop that intent very strong. Yes, the identity that I am a servant of the Lord. This is who I am. This is my place. It's not that, oh, I do this as a part-time thing. No, even though it might appear as a part-time thing, but within the heart, I am a devotee. Externally, I might go to work and everything, but I am, I want to chant always. I want to chant with feeling. I want to chant attentively. That sincere desire, you know, that intent, then Krishna seeing that, oh, he's trying to have that intention. He wants to have pure, unalloyed devotional service. Then, okay, let me take the reins of his life. And that comes by sadhu sangha, association of pure devotees. That their intense desire to serve and please Krishna, we get rubbed with that. And then when we chant Hare Krishna, yes, then we start seeing, we start tasting. Yes. Nama Namakari Bhavuda Nijasa. Then we have to Nadapi Sunichana. Slowly and steadily, when we become humble, not just externally, Yes, internally, the real qualities of the soul, then we can chant always. Why? Because we start seeing everything in relation to the Lord. And when you see everything in the relation to the Lord, when you see, the tree is so beautiful and it reminds you of Krishna. And Hare Krishna, oh my God, is so beautiful. It's not that, oh, you say Hare Krishna and it is a difference, and then you say that tree is beautiful, and then you see them separately. No, you start seeing, oh, wow, Krishna is so beautiful. He's giving me this, this taste of seeing this. Yes, it's a taste, right? When we go for any hike or anything. When we see something beautiful, it's a taste. Feels so nice. That feeling nice is given by Krishna. That is Krishna, because Krishna is rasa. Yes. We're seeing something so nice. We see a kid, he's falling down, he's getting up, he's laughing, and we become so happy. That is Krishna actually. The kid is not Krishna. The childness and that feeling of happiness. And we start connecting everything to Krishna consciousness. And then we naturally chant Hare Krishna always. This, what is that? Tinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnanam amanina manadina kirtaniya sada Hare. Yes, you're always chanting the names of Hari. Why? Because you're humble, because you're tolerant. How are you tolerant and humble? Because by association of devotees and association with the Lord, by holy name, by deity worship, by performing Pancharatra, all these things, you naturally start becoming humble. You cannot become humble artificially. You can try to do it, but it's not going to happen. We can try many times, you know, because we might say that, oh, see, this devotee is so bad, he's behaving so badly, but he's chanting Hare Krishna slowly and steadily, it will naturally come. But on the other hand, if we see a person out there who couldn't care less about Hare Krishna, and he's very nice, yes, and then we start saying, oh, look at those people, they're so nice, these devotees. But that means we do not know what devotees are. We do not know what it means to be Krishna conscious. Yes, yes. And that's why whatever the devotees might have false in, like over here is saying discrepancies. Yes, by chanting the holy name, it will be compensated by the Lord. Yes, someday or the other, maybe slowly, steadily, but somewhere they have a more chance to come out of darkness. But the karmi who has those qualities, they are borrowed. It's modes of nature. They have earned them for some time, and they will be taken away from some time. Yes, sometimes you see that the karmi person will be so nice. All these people will be so nice in the company is so nice and everything. And but at the end of the day, when they fire you, you're out. Benefits are gone, everything is gone. But they were so nice. What happened to that? No, 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 no. Now you don't have a relation, you get kicked out. But the Lord is not like that. The devotee should not be like that. Ideally, we should try not to be like that. And that's where tolerance comes into picture. You know. So that's why when we're chanting the holy name, it purifies. We come to the point of the other people, and then we do not have any desire. Na dhanam na janam na sundarim. Kavitam va jagadishakam. Mama janmani janmanishwar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not asking. Prabhupada says in Ante Leela, he says this. He's not asking for liberation. He's not asking to go back home, back to Godhead. He's not asking for a better situation, which sometimes we want. He's only asking to get the opportunity to chant his holy names and serve him, to be an unconditional servant. That intention is very difficult. That intention to fulfill is very difficult. I was thinking that when you go to a guru's ashram and all, like earlier times, Haldar Maharaj says, that you beg for the guru. The guru does as in, the Brahmini is there, like the guru's wife is there. She's maybe, helping out and everything, and she's guiding everyone. But what is your job? You go and outside and beg. You go and get fire sticks, you know. And I was thinking that what is so Krishna conscious about getting fire sticks? You could be Krishna conscious, and you could not be Krishna conscious. Right? It's an option always. But the simple act of doing whatever the Guru says and trying to please, that pleases Krishna and pleases the Guru, and he blesses with the mercy. Yes, it might be a simple act, but it's still there. You're following the instruction. The instruction was to get firewood. You got it. And the person is happy. So Maharaj was saying it is as simple as that. You're trying to make someone happy. Keeping your own happiness aside. That's the difficult part. Keeping oneself's happiness aside and trying to be selfless. Very difficult. Very difficult. It's like we think in our heads that we can do all these things when the person, like let's say a guest comes, a great devotee comes. The devotee stays there, like Prabhupada was saying that Prabhupada was invited somewhere else and he was staying for 3 days, and then the 4th day like, okay, let's pack up and go. And then people like, Prabhupada, why? Because we've overstayed our welcome now. Yes, and then I was like, why would anybody think like that about Prabhupada? But because we are in conditioning, it's very difficult, very difficult. Yes, to be selfless, to put your head down and accept as it is, and not, you know, um, have doubts on it. You might have doubts and they get cleared, but having a misgiving, you're having yourself in the center. You're not able to please anyone. Yes. I might be blabbering so much, but then in my head I'm thinking something else. So sorry about that. But yes, that's why we can see that in our movement, it's about Hare Krishna. Yes, and that's why we say, and that's why these rules of Kirtan, if you see the Kirtan Standards book, Jayadvaita Maharaj explains we are the Hare Krishna movement. So we should have Hare Krishna Kirtan as much as possible. But people in the name of name fame, because we want to be like that, right? We want to be trendsetters. We want all these things. And that's a nice way to catch people. And if it is your profession, it is your duty, then that's another thing. But as a devotee who does not have that influence, if I am going out there and doing that, why? There's no need. Because nobody is getting impressed. you know Nobody's getting, oh no, no, but so many people, so many devotees. That's the whole problem, that the devotees also are not trained enough to understand what is to be done and what not. Yes, that's why education is important, and that's why these standards are given. When you're singing Mangal Arati, Maharaj was saying half is, if it's 25 minutes, then half of that is Guru Ashtakam, half of it is Hare Krishna. But sometimes we see, like for Gaur Arti and all, they sing Gaur Arti, if it is half an hour, they sing Gaur Arti till 25 minutes. And then twice or thrice they'll sing Hare Krishna. And that's it. Then it'll end after that. Why? There was no need to do that. Finish Gaur Arti in 15 minutes and then 15 minutes Hare Krishna. No, 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 no. But I have, this way, and then they'll go do the alap. Why? Keep it simple. No, no, but we have to show, right, that I know more than everybody else. If there are people who are doing it, because it is their duty to do it, that's different. But for people like me, there's no need to do that. And if I'm doing that, that means I am not able to follow authority. That I have authority issues. Yes. And that's why Jayadvaita Maharaj was saying that we are the Hare Krishna movement. And that's why Hare Krishna should be prominent. Yes, that is should be prominent. We are not earlier in the US, even today, even the old people, they will say, like, the other people who knew the movement before, they'll say, oh, these are the Hare Krishna people. But these days we have become ISKCON, right? Which is good. That's not a problem also. But we are Hare Krishna. Yes. They were chanting Hare Krishna. Yes. So that's why all these things, it's all a reflection of our hearts, what is going on in there. So we have to be very careful on how we are portraying and doing things. If it's somebody's duty, that's all good. But if it is not, then we shouldn't imitate. We shouldn't want to all do all these things. Because Prabhupada doesn't become happy. Yes. And if Prabhupada is not happy, then what is our basis? Even if we chant Hare Krishna for a long time, Hare Nameva Kevalam, even if we do it like Haridas Thakur, but if the Guru is not pleased, Harinam is not pleased, and he's independent to not give us anything, you know. So we'll stop here. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. It gives an opportunity for me to reflect that how important that I should also focus and actually chant nicely and have clear vision of what Prabhupada and the devotees want. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. We're waiting for Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Anand Pranam. Thank you so much for the beautiful class, Prabhuji. Very grateful to you. Thank you for enlightening us on the topic, like basically the chanting, how it's very important. Thank you so much, Prabhu. I don't have any question. I would ask devotees, please raise your hand if you have any question. We can take the question and answers. So, Hare Krishna. Anybody having any questions, please go ahead. Yeah, now you can unmute. I have muted everybody before.
That's good. No questions. Everybody understood everything.
Prabhuji,
Hare
it's weekend,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Yeah,
Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam. Yeah,
Hare
no
Krishna.
questions, but I have just an appreciation. Always your classes are so wonderful, practical, and how you are talking about your mother, that is so sincere. I feel like I was doing same thing to my kid when he's going to the first time in the school bus. It was a great memory actually for every mother. So there is a story also, like a kissing hand. So whenever in a book, actually I used to read that book. When they go to the school, mom will just kiss his hand, and he will be looking at the hand at the school. Whenever he looks at his hand, he will remember the mother, and mother is there. And the
Okay.
same thing the kid does to his mom when she is crying. He will take her hand and kisses her hand, and you look at your hand, and I will be there in your hand like that. The kid will, because he remembers the story, bedtime story reading all the time. And when he is up to the school bus, he takes mom's hand and he kisses the mom's hand, and he says, "Here I am. You can look at your hand. Don't cry like that."
Yeah. That's so nice. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah. It's like, the mother is feeling so many emotions more than the
Yeah,
child.
yeah. And we want to create these things for the kids, and we read the story that forms as a that memory in the kid's mind, right? It has an impression, and he remembers that story, and he repeats the same thing to his mom in turn. So
Yeah. It's like somebody was
yeah.
saying that after childhood, like
Mm-hmm.
the childhood is the only part which
Yeah.
the kids reciprocate truly with their mothers, but after they grow up,
Yeah, yeah,
somehow it changes.
yeah. Now
Yes.
they know how you use it to fool us all the time. That's what they say.
Yes. Thank
Yeah.
you so much,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Very nice class. Actually, when I was listening in the beginning, I was a little late. How you compare with your gurus and how you want to be more professional and more perfect than the gurus. That is so much. We always feel like we are better all the time and compare with others.
Yes,
Uh,
Mataji.
that
Yeah.
is, yes, where I can relate also. That's very nice. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ali Mataji. Radha Jyoti Mataji, please go ahead with your question.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna, and my humble obeisances to you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances and dust of lotus faith. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your today's session, and it is really very practical. And I understood that you definitely have a lot of association and the interaction through which we learn more, not by only isolating and reading will help. And we don't know how our perception is limited, and only by the mercy of Lord and Vaishnavas, we are able to serve the pure devotional service you spoke about. So my question to you is, uh, there will be some limitations in certain given phase or situation, and we are facing a lot. At that time, we are not able to express ourselves to our Guru Maharaj, and we don't know that he will trust us or not, or and we are trying to be honest, but it is very difficult to express because if we express it will be like if he is not taking into in the same account, or we are not on the same page, then it will be difficult for us to go ahead, right? Because we will be having some instructions from him, and we are here for, see, we came here for a purpose. We are not here just to understand, oh, he is not good or I am not good. I lack somewhere and he lacks somewhere, or these devotees is that. We are not here for this, because we have already seen a life and the relatives around us, and we have faced all the situations in our life already. We don't have time for all this. So my question to you is, how we will understand that our Guru Maharaj will understand our perception, though it is limited, distorted or discrete, in we do have limitations. So I wanted to know
Yeah,
Maharaj,
thank you,
and how
Mhm.
will please. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Like very intense a question which everybody actually has. Like even I usually think that way. That like I'm just trying to express what your question is. That it's like there's some situation in your life where you're not able to how should I say, it's like you're not following properly, maybe you're not dealing with things properly, you should have been doing things properly, um, but I just can't do it anymore, something like that. Like I tried, but it's not working out. But then I'm very sure that my guru is going to say that no, if you don't do it, you're a rascal or something like that, right? Then you should just avoid doing that, this and that. There's so many maybe permutation and combination to that whole theme. And so how is it that we are trying to approach the guru? The most important point which I have seen, at least what I have understood, is that when we say Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adhama Jana Bandhu, it's like ocean of mercy, and it is a fact. you know like Srila Prabhupada himself with his devotees, if you see again and again in his pastimes, Srila Prabhupada is emphasizing how compassionate, how merciful, and how tolerant he is. Like Sham Sundar Prabhu, we know that story, that the first Jagannath deities of the movement, in San Francisco, which they are today, Sham Sundar Prabhu was smoking, and then he was putting the cigarette, and then he was carving, And Prabhupada comes in and he says, "Oh, okay." He didn't say that you stop smoking immediately. He said you should smoke less and less, you know. He didn't say that, "Oh, you're a rascal, you shouldn't be." Because Sham Sundar Prabhu, in his percept, he was saying in one of the classes he gave, he said uh, that, Srila Prabhupada somehow knew that I can't take this beating, like how he dealt with others. Sometimes Prabhupada used to go left, right, center, banging, and then the person used to take it in, and then it would not, he would just, the next day he would do the same thing maybe, and then Prabhupada used to again, why are you doing this? You don't understand, blah, blah. But with Sham Sundar Prabhu, he was so careful, and he always motivated, always promoted. See, and that's why this point of, how should we say, like an Ajamil's case, right? Ajamil has done something wrong, right? And if that same person is there today, ideally speaking, if if people like me, can understand a little bit of the purport of what it means to be abhicheta suduyacharo, that verse which says that even though my devotee does an abominable thing, and he's still a sadhu. If I can understand a little bit of that, and I can understand that, what I'm just sharing my understanding, is that you're in darkness or I am in darkness. Anybody is in darkness, and then you have a small lamp, a small lamp. Is that lamp worth having than 1,000 times more darkness? The answer is yes. Yes, we want that small lamp, even a small lamp of hope, even a small lamp of light, is so much important than the 1,000 times darkness. The darkness can't do anything in front of that, right? So if that person has faith, like you're saying, that we're doing so many things, I don't want to do all this, but you're trying, and the sincerity is there, that you're trying to do it for Guru and Krishna, that I want to please my Guru, but I'm not able to, and there are so many other things I could be doing. Yes, to be factual, if we have to say it out there, if we have to say it, that the ideal thing, what the, like Mataji was saying, the last thing, do attend, if attentive chanting is not done, inattentive chanting is also offensive. So who in the planet can say that they are just doing attentive chanting? Very small number, maybe 2% of the whole population. Everybody, everywhere you go, there is a japa seminar, japa retreats and everything. Why? Because everybody is facing that issue. You're getting my point. It's not only you. Okay, first of all, that's the whole thing. It's not only you might be struggling with that problem. There are others who are going to struggle with a similar thing, maybe exact thing, maybe different thing, but everybody is facing problems, each and every devotee. It is a fact. That's why Mahatma Prabhu has his workshops. Self-care, you know it's your chanting that matters. So many things he's doing. Why? Because that's what is going on, that in the name of rituals and ritualistic, we lose focus on what is important. So now, coming from this background, if a person like me also can understand this, then imagine the Guru. Even though the Guru on the Vyasasana is very strict and everything, yes, but he knows what his disciple is capable of, and capable of not doing. He sees that he has that dedication to Srila Prabhupada, to sincere serving Krishna, and he wants to purify himself. That is more important than anything else. Are you understanding my point? So even though there might be issues, there might be, we might feel low and everything, but that is mode of ignorance. That's not going to help us anyways. You're getting my point? It's not like, oh, if I berate myself, if I push down myself, if I think that I'm a lower than the lower and the lower, then that is humility. No. That's just mode of ignorance. Then what do you do in that? Oh, maybe this process is not for me. Let me give it up. That time will come. But it's not about that. Whatever it is, Jaga and Madhya are not exceptions, right? Yes. They are what Kali Yuga people are. They have those tendencies. Everybody has Jaga and Madhya in their heart. That's what they are. We are in the material world. That means you and I have problems. It's a fact. Otherwise, why are you here? Why am I here? You know, and that's why Prabhupada gives this point that we always give this point in a hospital. There are always patients, right? And sometimes some patients are better than the other, and then they will be looking at them. Oh, you're such a useless fellow. You had this done and that done, blah blah blah. But you are also here, right? No, but I have a less disease and you have more, and blah blah blah. So what? This is one. Am I, or is there your understanding, or should I like change what I'm saying? You're able to understand what I'm saying,
Yeah,
Mataji?
I was trying to understand. I am understanding, but my point
Mm-hmm.
of view was how Guru Maharaj will how he'll understand what we are going through.
Okay.
Because
Mm-hmm.
will he
Mm-hmm.
be, we are facing so many things which we don't want to express also, and we
Mm-hmm.
don't want him to trust, but at least he should consider, okay, this is what, okay, this is fine. And we are not here to go to him and complain or like, but
Yes, Mataji.
it is necessary for a Guru Maharaj to know what is going on, right?
Okay.
Because before
Okay.
he hears from some other source, it's better we confront and take a charge of whatever we are facing because we are responsible.
Correct.
Mm.
Okay.
So
Yes, yes.
how to
Okay, yeah.
approach him?
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. 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 Now it's a little bit. So the point is that things happen. Okay. That's obviously going to happen. Yes. Devotees dealing with each other, obviously going to happen. Maybe other things are going to happen. Yes, always is there. But the thing is that what we are thinking in our head is a material concept of how the guru thinks. It's like, like there's a teacher in the school, and then this student goes up and says that teacher, this person did this, and then the teacher, takes out a stick without asking anything and hits you in the hand. That is how it was in my school, right? You get a tight whack or you get a slap. That's how it is, right? And then we have issues that even, a person like the guru is also bound to all these situations. Okay. Okay. But it is not like that. you know it is not, it is never like that. The see, the guru has the right to chastise. Yes, whether we have done wrong or not, even if he chastises for the wrong thing, let's say, that is our problem, right? That is our worry, right? Oh, they misunderstand me, this and that. But even if he misunderstands in a way that he knows everything, and then also he chastises, let's say, that's the worst case that can happen, right? But he's never going to give up on you or me, anyone. That is what, it is a fact from the guru side. Okay, that's one thing. Whatever situation you might be in, whatever anybody might go and say or do or what, this, that, and anything, you know the guru, you know he will try to put you back into Krishna consciousness even if you leave Krishna consciousness. That's how merciful the guru is. That is what the position is. Okay, that is always going to be there, whoever we are, however bad we are. Okay, now what he is going to look at, what he is going to look at is that, are you willing to change? If there is a problem, if there is no problem, okay, next time we try to do things differently. We're trying to be practical, and then we change. Okay, let's say you did ABC in this sequence, then he might say that, okay, try BAC. If that works out, and then you report back that, okay, this might be true. But the trust factor which you're trying to explain and bring out again and again, the thing is that you can be well assured that he will understand. That is a fact. That is a fact. That is hardcore, hard truth. Now, one might think that he's not able to understand, but that is the problem of the material consciousness. That is Krishna's duty. Krishna will figure it out. Why are we worried about it? We continue to do our seva, and then Krishna, and the Guru also has Krishna in his heart, obviously, right? He is also chanting Hare Krishna. Krishna will tell him. And let's say if Krishna doesn't tell him, or if we are thinking that he's misunderstood, he is not going to break your trust, because he loves you. He's always going to love you, and he'll continue to love you. But love, in our definition, in our head, what love means, is that, oh, he behaves nicely with me, he doesn't say anything bad. No, he will chastise. That is the duty of a guru. But that does not mean that he doesn't love you, or he doesn't love anyone else, any of his disciples. He loves everyone equally. Maybe one somebody is close, maybe somebody is not. But that does not matter, you know. And that's why whatever we have done or not done, whatever we think we have done, whether we can tell or not tell. Even if you don't tell, he knows already. Even if you tell, and if he says that, no, this is wrong, you should not have, it is still his love. Okay, let's say, for example, a child and a mother, right? A child goes into the backyard and the mother has put very clean clothes, new clothes, it's Diwali and all. And then he switches on the water and then he's in the mud. Okay. Now the child thinks that now I'm in the mud, I've dirtied all my clothes, and my mother is going to kick me left, right, center. I am doomed for life. That is what the child thinks, and it is a fact. Yes, everybody thinks like that way. But if the child stays in those clothes and then he does not go back home, let's say for 4 hours, 5 hours, you know, and then he gets sick and then he goes back, what was better? If he would have gone before, a loving mother will like, if he's apologetic, if he's saying, I did a mistake, I'm really sorry, she might chastise him, but is she going to kick him out of the house? Is she going to discard him forever? Is she stop being her mother at that moment? Whatever it is, even the mafia, the mafia people, their mothers are still their mothers. They still love their children for whatever they do, even though whatever they do. You're getting my point. A guru is more than a mother. They will love their disciples more than their mother. That is a fact. That is a fact. That's why I say Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Parameshwara. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Why? Even though we might not be able to see it, but he loves whatever it is. Are you getting my point, Mataji? That this aspect of whether he understands or not, it does not matter to us. Whatever he understands, he still loves you. Whatever he doesn't understand, he still loves you. And even if he chastises you even though it's not your mistake, it's still not a problem. What is the problem? What is the loss? It's not like, oh, no, it's because we have that ego in our heart, right? Oh, then I am, this happened and that happened. No, it's what is the problem? What is the loss? Your relation with the guru is still intact. He is not going to look down upon you because he loves you. Yes, he might check on you. Did you do this? Did you do this again? Is it a problem? Are you okay? So nothing has changed. You're able to chant Hare Krishna. You're getting my point? There is no need to think that what he is going to think about you in a negative way, because there is no negative way. It's not like that. Srila Prabhupada and his disciples and all the gurus in our movement, if you see, even though they might, left, right, center, you get chastised, but that does not mean that they don't love you. Yes. Yes, if you are so sure that, oh, they might misunderstand, you go and tell that Maharaj, or whoever that, that because you have misunderstood, now I want to leave, I don't want to chant Hare Krishna. You'll see that he would not want you to do that ever. Rather, you should ask this question. If you think that it is a problem, you should approach and ask, Maharaj, I did this thing wrong. Now, should I leave Krishna consciousness? I think I should leave Krishna consciousness because I think you don't trust me anymore. And then you should see what reply you get. And we are very confident. Everybody over here should be confident enough that he's going to say, that are you mad? What about, there's nothing in this world that can stop the love of a guru and a disciple for his disciple. There's nothing, literally nothing, I've heard stories, I've seen it sometimes, and Srila Prabhupada's pastimes, all of them, they show only one thing, that this Krishna consciousness is far more important than whatever we can do in this world. Even if it is the worst of the worst things, even if it is murder, still chanting Hare Krishna is the only way out. Yes, and the Guru helps us even in that situation. He might not save you from the police, but he will always be there protecting you, your Krishna consciousness, and checking on that, yes, he's praying, definitely. Are you able to be pacified at least a little? Maybe I'm not able to express as much, but are you a little better? Is it okay?
Yeah. Thank you so
Yeah.
much and eternally grateful to you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Okay, I think we went over time. It's weekend
No,
also.
Prabhuji, we are on time only. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for the beautiful class. Thank you, Radha Jyoti Mataji, for that question. I don't see any raised hands, Prabhu. So I would like to offer my obeisances to you and all the Vaishnavas assembled on the call. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, His Grace Ananta Chaitanya Prabhu ji ki jai. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare
May more
Krishna.
devotees for joining the
Good and with
Srimad Bhagavatam
pranams.
class. We'll be
Radhe
again tomorrow.
Gauranga.